Cancer, this is your November 2024 reading. You are going through things. On the surface, you're doing great. You seem to be in your power with the Empress here. Gender doesn't apply here. This is all energy because we all have feminine and masculine. So underneath, though, there's some confusion happening. And I feel like maybe it's like a risk that your subconscious mind wants you to take. And it has to do with pleasure, being, you're comfortable where you are at the moment. You've worked hard, to create something beautiful and meaningful in your life to get to this point. You seem like you're very comfortable financially. You're very dependable. You've provided wealth and security for yourself. You've come to a certain level of discipline that has brought you stability and success and accomplishment. However, do you really know, Cancer, what would really make you happy? Do you feel like you're you're comfortable, but is it something that you're maybe wanting change, like to serve, to be more in service to humanity? Like, I feel like one of your gifts, Cancer, is to help others. You feel good when you do it. This is just you just maybe sometimes are afraid to start something else because you feel like lately you haven't felt as disciplined as you normally are to create something new. So there's indecision coming through here for you, Cancer. And maybe whatever you're doing doesn't allow you the time or the energy to be able to start something on the side, to start acting on these ideas. Or maybe you could be fearing, and you're just trying to be practical and not just take a leap of faith into the unknown. Maybe there's you're not focused enough, or don't believe maybe at this point, because you're in your comfort zone, that maybe you would bring you success. Like, what would that do? I don't think I'd make money in that. And a lot of us, are on this similar path, and especially if you've created something and you've been doing something for years, and you want to do more fulfilling work, or you get tired of it, that you want something new, and you're meant to get your word out. Your word, your message. We all have a story to share. And today, technology, with the age of Aquarius, this is the wave of the future. This is the direction that we are all headed as light workers, and as as humanity is going to evolve and ascend this planet. This is, I'm just recently using it. I never got on the path until I've held myself back for so long. So I get it, Cancer. You have the confidence. You have, I think there's a lesson in forgiveness, and maybe something's holding you back. Maybe some resentment is blocking, especially in your love life. Maybe you don't have that much room for a relationship because of the way that you have to, maintain the stability. So you're being asked to trust. Make that decision, Cancer, and get honest with yourself, because, you're going to attract who and what you need to get on that path to create something new for yourself that your higher self is trying to get your attention to. And let me see why the indecision, why indecision is blocking you. It has to do with lack of clarity, and maybe like you're feeling scatterbrained, and you have so many ideas that you just have to ground one at a time. Work on one thing and then work on the next, complete that. Like, I know I'm like that sometimes. I take on so many things, and I end up not finishing them. So yeah, this has to do with you also. Maybe you feel selfish if you were to do something on the side. And if you're in a relationship, this specific Cancer I'm speaking about, maybe they make you feel guilty that, oh, what are you doing? That's our time on the weekend. What do you mean you're going to go take a class? What do you know, like, don't feel guilty about that. Don't neglect this creative side of you, Cancer. This is who you are. You love to nurture, you know, the things that you love and care for, and in the arts, in healing, and in like whatever your goal is. Really, you're good at nurturing that, and you want to feel supported, you want to feel understood, and I think there's a part of you, Cancer, that is ready to step up into your leadership role, and you will be fully supported by the divine, by the universe. You will be sent your earth angels, your people that are going to support you. 555, as I said that, you were in the middle of a cycle, Cancer. You're so ready for this. Some of you are ready for a family. Some of you are ready to be a stay-home mom. And that's beautiful, you know, because with the world today, a lot of moms are just weekend moms, I call them. And not even on the weekends, they have activities. So I feel like there's not enough bonding time. As a teacher in the public school for 13 years in my past life, I saw this. I feel like we were the parents more than the parents were. And I think you've always wanted to be a mom, Cancer, for this specific feminine, and your time is coming for that. So if you're lacking motivation, come get a reading or a session. We can work through, I can help you sort the blocks and work through them, so that way you could start to align and reflect on and remind yourself that you can do this, you know, and we can start to work through your shadow self and whatever blocks there are. For some Cancers, I'm picking up a little bit of materialism, and so for some people, I'm getting insecurity because you don't feel that you're ready for the next big thing. Maybe like, oh, that's just a dream of mine to have my own daycare, or to have my own restaurant, or to have my own whatever this is, you know, Cancer. I think this is basically you stepping into your inner strength. You know, the fact that Cancer is just one of the most generous signs that I know. You guys are just giving and nurturing all the time. This is your gift to the world, and you're definitely meant to share it. And there is this, you know, like the way you're gonna kind of step up into your next chapter, your next timeline, your higher timeline, higher calling, is when you start to go within, find that peace. It's going to be easier to recognize that, yes, I do have a place in this world and a destiny that no one ever can take from me, right? And you easily, once you step into that, you're going to easily recognize that into others. Some of you may become coaches. Some of you might become relationship coaches, you know, some of you may become readers. So I feel like this is your time, Cancer. Use your days off to relieve yourself, to grow spiritually, and start to take care of yourself. Start to balance and get back into self-discipline and this self-caring attitude that you give to all of us. Give that to yourself, so that way your cup is full. I always say that your cup has to be full or overflowing to fully give with joy, you know. So a lot of your there's a spiritual power inside of you, Cancer, you know, that you love to protect. You're very loyal, just like Scorpio. But when you know you have value, once you figure out again and start all over, we're always starting all over, you're going to easily recognize that I'm here to empower people. And I feel like you do that on your Instagram, on your social media. I think you know that you have this influence on people to inspire them. And I feel like maybe sometimes you don't think there's a career or there's a place for that. Like maybe you don't know what to do to be an influencer, but you yes, the technical part, do the research, do study all that, look up information, do your due diligence. But you as a natural influencer is natural to you. The real influencers out there, our lives don't look like everybody else's, or we're not doing the same things that everybody else does. Just be yourself, express yourself, and the passion is going to just ignite, and you're going to be getting tons of creative solutions, ideas in what to produce for content. You know, there's going to be, you know, Cancer, you have the choice. You know, there's going to be those that are led through life by, you know, the cool light of their inner knowing, and there's going to be those led by the heart, you know, by their dreams and aspirations. So I feel that you have this need, Cancer, for a passionate purpose right now, and a sense of meaning, motivating desire to gain energy back and accomplish great things, and you will do it. Let's pull you an astrology card. Yes, so South Node came up for you, and this has to do with karmic lessons. And the South Node of the moon is the direct opposite of the North Node, Cancer. And in your natal chart, this shows where you fall back on, where your comfort zone is, and exactly what your reading stated. You know, it's settling into that comfortable zone. It can undermine your life, and laziness and ultimately self-undoing could be the result of not punishing yourself toward the lesson that North Node has to offer. So you're being asked to focus on yourself and what you could be projecting and your expectations. Like work on, like maybe look at the things that are bothering you in your environment and reflect that back to you. And see, why is this bothering me about this person? Why is this bothering me about my lover? Why is this bothering me about this job, this environment, right? So sometimes we could surround ourselves with people who embody, you know, these things that we're here to learn about ourselves. It's a mirror effect. I hope this was helpful, Cancer. Come get a reading.